Welcome back, traders. So we're going to be taking a look at my Jirachi quests and how that went down for me. But first, we're going to look at my Adventure Sync rewards. I was obviously able to hit that 50 kilometers, and this is happening right here. That's very nice. Got lucky friends with OMFG. It's Kesha, and I also got another lucky friend last night. So two lucky friends in which we are going to plan those trades in the future. As you can see, I did hit 110 kilometers. I'm not too sure if it clocked in all of the steps that I took here because we know the Adventure Sync is a bit broken, but nonetheless, I was able to hit that marker for that 50,000 Stardust, and I do have a star piece on, so that is fantastic. I will be able to get extra Stardust for that, and a pretty good amount of rare candies and Pokeballs, which I'm always welcoming Pokeballs. So as we can see here, 76,000 Stardust. That's quite a significant boost. And also another thing, shout out to everybody who came up to me and took pictures, and I'm getting a lot of comments of people saying that they weren't too sure if they should approach me, and I should have made this 100% clear before I actually went to Chicago. You should absolutely come up to me, and don't feel like I'm not wanting this to happen. You can take pictures, you can ask for whatever, okay? That's why I was there, guys, right? So next year, I will obviously make a mention if I do go beforehand, saying that if you want to approach me, do not feel like as if I'm not wanting to do so. I absolutely want you to approach me 100%. So as you can see, crazy spawns in the wild here. We have Absols, which just get this, guys. I go plus a shiny Absol. I don't care about the IVs. I go plus to shiny one. It's pretty crazy. And this is the Spooky Woods. I do believe this is going to be the best part to get shiny Pokemon. Personally, for me, because you have that Sableye, you have the Shuppet, you have the Absol, as well as a few other shinies as well. Poochyena, go plus that right off the bat. So here we have the different biomes, and the goal here is to catch 5 different species for each one of these different biomes that you have to go to. So we had the Ghastlies, which were not spawning in the Spooky Woods intentionally. They were spawning around the fountain as well as the food court. I was able to get myself a shiny one, which is great, absolutely fantastic, and I was pretty happy about that. So basically you had to catch the Ghastly, then go back to the Spooky Woods and then take a picture in that area, which we're going to get to here in just a moment. So I had a blast, guys. It was absolutely fantastic. So personally for my day, I wasn't necessarily walking with anybody. I started off by myself, which I quite enjoyed that. I'm kind of a loner type of person. If I had company, that works as well, but I do not mind being by myself. It was a nice experience, and to be honest with you, I wasn't necessarily even by myself because, well, I had all of you amazing fans approaching me and, you know, showing me so much love and respect. So here we have that Sableye. Super happy that I was able to find that because we know that Sableye is a pretty rare shiny to get, and that's a very high CP there. So I will be able to possibly use this for trading material in the future. I did get 2 of these, quite a few shinies. I did get a Shuppet, which, you know, I hear a lot of people having trouble finding the shiny Shuppet. I'm personally not a big fan of it because I've caught in quite a few, and, you know, I've been giving them away for trades and stuff. So got that Sableye there, as well as Mawwiles were spawning in the wild, which is pretty amazing. Wasn't able to get a shiny one, but that's okay. I already have a good one and powered up for the Great League. And here we have the Shuppet, guys. So the Jirachi quest for me was being a little bit buggy, which we're going to see towards the end here. What was going on is it would spawn with multiple different Pokemon behind it, the ones that were featured in the quests during the photo bombs. And they would do a little song. And then after that, they would kind of just like start spazzing out and moving from one side of the screen to the other. So when we get to that point, if you're wondering why it's doing that, it's because it was kind of glitchy, but I finally figured it out. It's perfectly fine. And out of all the quests for this specific Jirachi, I found the one that was most tedious, or the one I wasn't a big fan of, is taking the AR shots, which all the, you know, everything that had set up was good. You know, I enjoyed it. That's just personally my feeling. I didn't really like the whole go to this place and take a picture, but it was still a nice experience there. So here we have the Mawile spawning in the wild. I did put this clip in my last video here, and where is this? Oh, this is the Fairy Garden. Yes, of course. And you are able to find those Togetics, and look at that. Look at all that. So we're going to just claim all these really quick here because we completed it. I didn't want to claim one at a time. I wanted to complete them all and then just go down the list here. So we have the Gardevoir spawning, and then several others, including the Hippowdon, which Personally, that was my Dex entry, and I still need to go through and figure out which ones I want to evolve and power up, because I'm still collecting myself here, guys, and recovering from GoFest's experience, which it was, oh my goodness, so nice. And it's so good being back in Anchorage. I haven't heard one horn honk. If you live in Chicago, I'm not trying to dog on your city. I loved it. It was a great experience. You have a nice place to grind. And honestly, the people were nice. It's just the driving whole experience. I didn't drive, but being in an Uber, walking and seeing all the drivers, they were very aggressive. But when it comes down to the people themselves, they're very kind. It was really weird. I expected aggressive people as well, but no, not at all. Nobody gave me any nasty looks. Nobody was rude to me. It was just a great experience all in all. Good food as well. I was able to have deep dish finally my last night, and it was absolutely delicious. Shout out to everybody I was able to stay with on that last night, because I needed to get out of my hotel, and I was going to go to the airport with Scarlett as well as another friend of mine. We all went together, which was great, because I don't like going to a new airport necessarily that I haven't really been to like fly out of. So having those friends with me was pretty nice. And not only that, we were kind of like in a little competition to see who can get the most shinies. I found 3 at the Chicago airport when I took off, so that was pretty amazing. So we're going to be coming up on the Jirachi here in a moment. Now we have the Ghost Snapshots, which personally, like I said, I wasn't too big of a fan of, but that's okay. It was still great. So check out these rewards, 5,000 for each one. That was pretty amazing dust collection there. So I would have been around 6.1 million, but I did power up a few Pokemon while I was there. The Kingdra, purchased secondary moves with that 50,000 Stardust cost, because I was just having a good time and doing that. The Kingdra's IVs are absolutely horrible. It's like a 911, so not good at all. But like I said, it's doing a little bit more damage than the current Kingdra that I do have, so that was pretty good. So we're claiming those rewards, getting the charge TM there, and here comes the Jirachi, guys. So my weather was absolutely fantastic for the GoFest. A bit of overcast, and then it turned sunny, as you're going to see here in just a moment. Just perfect. But on Saturday, like I said, I was walking around with Scarlett. It was rainy, very hard, on and off, and they did have to evacuate because of the storm advisory. So that was a bit of a hassle, but that's okay. A lot of people were taking that as a break, as well as coming this 22nd, the Saturday. You're going to have 10 hours. If you did attend GoFest on Saturday when you had to evacuate, you're going to have 10 hours to grind Pokemon that were appearing in GoFest. So you're going to, that's amazing. Kind of makes me a little envious. I wish that happened to me a little bit, because I will be able to grind comfortably in my own city. And that was just, I mean, could you imagine? That's pretty good compensation, I would say, having been kicked out for about a little over an hour, possibly. Not too sure exactly how long it was, but people were able to go back in. It wasn't too long. Nice little break. And here we have the glitch. All right, jumping in back onto the topic of the Jirachi here. It's kind of just running around sporadically, spazzing out. And I was like, what's going on here with this silly thing here? And now it's somewhere around, but I couldn't find it. Where is it? Doesn't that fountain just look amazing? That thing was crazy. Here in the Windy City, when it did pick up with the wind and the fountain was spouting out as high as it could go, it would just kind of rain down on people on whatever direction the wind was blowing, like a shower. There was one point towards the end when I did catch my Ghastly at the end of my GoFest time, where it just downpoured on us. Like we just ran through a heavy sprinkler. It was intense. It was pretty funny. So anyways, where is the Jirachi, guys? I don't know. I was looking for it, and at this point I thought it was a little funny at first, but then I was kind of getting a little frustrated, like, okay, what's going on here? I had to do this about 6 times. I'm not going to show all the clips in which I had to keep backing out and going back in, because the whole little deal with, look at it now. See, and then it just keeps moving all the way to the side. People were kind of looking at me like, what the heck is this guy doing? But yeah, so if you're in this clip, hey, tell me, let me know. I couldn't find it. Hey, there it is. Oh, there it goes. Hey, come back here. So yeah, I had to keep chasing it. Pretty silly. So I will be powering this up to around 1500. I'm not going to be putting it and including it in this video, but we're going to be doing PvP to test it out. I did go up against Jay Devin. He was using the Jirachi. He did tell me it felt a bit underwhelming, but that's okay. We still need to do many different tests going up against multiple different Pokemon to see how well it does perform, as we know that the Doom Desire Steel type move, the only Pokemon that can learn this, is going to be performing quite nicely. But yeah, we'll take a look at that in the future. So the Jirachi is just going to town over here, running away from me, making me dizzy. And this was the final one. I decided, okay, I'm just going to sit very still, give it a shot again, and it was able to work here. So there I go, missing it. Because the depth perception for it was a little weird. You know how the Mew goes. I missed that thing like crazy, especially because it goes cloaked. So you're not able to see it too well. So we do hit it with the first one, and what's going to happen here is it's going to break out twice, and you will catch it on your third ball, much like the other mythical Pokemon like Celebi and Mew. So going on here, can't get it. And what I wanted to do here, guys, was basically finish the Jirachi as quickly as I could, as well as getting the footage here, so I can go down to the food court area in which the Abras were spawning. And there was that rumor, like I discussed, where people were getting shinies, and I wanted a shiny Abra. Like you have no idea how bad I wanted it. And there we go, registered to the Pokedex, looking good. But the thing is, it was not there anymore. It was only there for the first day for an hour. It was a glitch, and I was very, very upset about that. Yeah, I was sad. Caught so many Abras, and then I go find out that you cannot actually get shiny Abra on the day that I went. Very disappointed in that. All right, so yes, my buddy is going to be shiny Kingdra because, guys, you know how much I wanted this. And it's funny. Check this out. It's so funny because a while ago, before GoFest was kind of announced with all the information or anything like that, I posted a image of a shiny Kingdra, kind of like photoshopped one in there as if it was in Pokemon Go, saying, I can't wait for this to come. And now it came in. I can't even believe it. That's awesome. So pretty happy about that. Now let's go ahead and go to my recent Pokemon here, and let's see what we have. Oh, shiny Horsey, isn't that, I love that teal color. So I do have 3 of those, and I need to evolve another one, so I'll have the Seadra, the full collection there. All right, so let's go down to our Jirachi, and I did evolve this in my last video, as you've seen here, powered it up a little bit more. I'm going to bring it up to about 1500. We'll do that in another video here. And as far as the Houndour goes, much appreciated yet again, Mr. Havoc Bandit. Such a nice guy, guys. He's an amazing guy. Really appreciate everything he did for me. So happy about that. He did give me that. And like I said, I also had 2 special trades that I did not complete during GoFest, because you were able to do 5 of those. All right, so here we have the Jirachi. That's not the complete accurate IV, I do believe, but nonetheless, I was still able to get 23 candies, because after you finish the initial quest for Jirachi, you're going to be able to go and do another one with some other little things, tasks to complete, and you'll be able to get some more candy. So let's go ahead and power this up just a couple times. As you can see, it's only going to take a few power-ups here. Just love the way it floats around there like that. All right, I think this might be it. Yeah, I can't. So 1470 is going to be the max here for the Great League. So if anything else, it's going to go lower or higher, and that's pretty much it. So I do have Confusion and Doom Desire, and I caught this 614 my day there. Walked 5 kilometers because, you know, as soon as you get it, you're going to make it your buddy really quick, and it's looking great. So Jirachi is here. As far as when is the general public going to get it, who was not able to attend GoFest, not too sure when that's going to be coming out. And just remember, the tasks that you did see me doing for this in GoFest are going to be completely different from the general public. It's probably going to revolve around longer days, much like they did for Celebi. Remember how we were able to just run through the Mew? I did that in less than 24 hours, just burned right through it like a beast. But when it came down to Celebi, Niantic was like, no, guys, this time we're going to make it so you have to wait days. A lot of people were not too happy about that, but personally, I may have been complaining at the time, but now that I think about it, you know, it's a little special deal. Maybe it's going to be better if you have periods in which you're not going to be able to just get it right away, and it's going to take a bit of time. And I'm assuming that's going to be the same way for Jirachi. So anyways, there you go, traders. My Jirachi quest and my thoughts on it for GoFest. Absolutely fantastic. Loved it. And wasn't too bad at all. So with that said, traders, I'd like to say thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And I'm going to possibly be posting that big PvP tournament that we had next. Although we do have the announcement of the shiny beasts coming in, obviously, like we already knew, we were going to make the goal with all of those. Also, the news of Niantic suing apps that allow you to spoof or spoofing softwares like that. There's pretty crazy stuff going down, so spoofing may be shut down. And what are my thoughts on that? Am I happy that that's happening? Honestly, if you spoof, that's your business. That's your own business. If you're going to go around and take everybody's gym spoofing, you probably deserve to get banned to some degree. But if you're just out there playing and catching Pokemon, that's you. I'm not saying it's okay. And I'm not going to say the whole, well, what about the kids in the hospital and the wheelchairs and this and that? You know, yes, there's those exceptions, but you can't always run to that little deal when you try to protect those people that are doing that kind of thing. I mean, it's against the terms of service, but like I said, it's your own business. I don't care, whatever. All right. Anyways, with that said, trainers, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.